Aloha and welcome back to the channel. So what I'm going to do really quickly is a flight over to Westerly from Groton. It's about a 15-minute flight. But before I do that, I'm going to actually enter the flight plan to show me actually using my setup here. I've already got the route into flight plan go, so I'm just going to manually type it in. And to do that here, and this is the TDS software, it's flight plan, add waypoint, go in, enter, and I want to get the one that's in the US, not Australia. And my next one is Delci, DELCI. Let's backspace, enter, and trait, TRAIT, enter, and lastly is Westerly, KWST, enter. And when I go back, go to my map, there's my flight plan. Another great thing about this setup is there I am, just like I am over here. I'll kind of put this up as you can see. This is Flight Plan Go. That is the TDS software. So they really like the capabilities it brings. Kind of nice. And now for this flight, I'm not going to go through and request clearance or anything else because I just want to get us in the air and quickly show the autopilot as well. So I may take off from 3-3. So, and I can even see what my taxi path is going to be. I'm going to go via Delta. So, slowly make our way over. There's H, the H right here. And we will cross 2-3 on our way over 2-3-3. Again, not using the radio. I could easily do that though if I wanted. Bring up the radio panel, dial up whatever I wanted. And there's the transponder. Super easy. Type, just touch it. It brings up the screen, or it makes it go away, like just there. A lot of good functionality here. And up here, I would normally stop and do a run up, but again, this is just a quick flight to illustrate the 650, 750, and the autopilot. So, lumber our way onto the runway. You can zoom out while we're here. Kind of see me right there on the runway. Overshot a little from flaps are at 10. And here we go. Airspeed is alive. And we are airborne. Positive rate. Now let's zoom out a bunch. We are slowly coming up. And fly out, come back around, and get on track. Nice leisurely turn here in a little bit. All right. Let's go autopilot. Let's say 1,500 feet. Dial in our and let's go to heading. Zoom out a little. There. Let's zoom out a little. There's my CDI, which is kind of nice having up. That'll help us get right back there. And as I'm flying down. If I were to say need something from Westerly up here, like let's say I need the touch on the airport. There's the frequencies. Let's say I wanted just the approach. We activate the approach. Boom! It immediately jumps up, which is really nice. Procedures and runways, right there. Again, really nice. Groups RNAV. So there's a lot of functionality in here that I'm still figuring out as I go. But we are in heading mode, so I'll dial us over here, then I'll start. I can actually see the airport out off under my left wing over here already. We're flying over Fisher's Island right now, which has its own airport, which is kind of visible to me off to the side there. It's even telling me left to 066 in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now it wants me to go to 066. Now we're making the turn. You have me make the turn a little early, which is fine. I can always dial back over a little bit. Zoom out. Now let's take our altitude down a little. Okay. And we're pretty well lined up. I'll do this again. Back. You see traits pretty well lined up there. Zoom out. Oh, there's Westerly north. Slow down a little. I gotta say, I'm ridiculously happy with the 650 and the 750. Start dialing down my altitude more here. Okay. So I'm still getting used to how my autopilot works now. Altitude actually reads on the 50H, V sub S or VS, and then down and up, and actually get visual indication here as well as here on the vertical speed. For my audio panel, if I wanted like ATIS or whatnot, I just wanted to listen on another channel, I could dial it in to channel 2, and then come down here and dial in the ATIS frequency and have channel 2 active. Transponder wise, just put something random in, enter, boom, there's my transponder. I know there's a way to visually visual 7 approach. Oh, nice. I can I know there's a way to visually edit your flight plan as you're going. I definitely don't know enough about the 650 or 750 to do that right now. All right, so now I'm about 5 miles out or so. Runway's right up ahead. So far, so good. And I really haven't played around with too much on the 650 as far as using it as anything other than a radio. Flaps. I'm a little bit to the right, but I'm about to come off autopilot, so I don't think that's a huge deal. And let's zoom in again. All right, so now let's take us off autopilot. I'm at about 75 knots or so, so that's pretty good. A little low. I think I'm doing okay. And I just got an audio cue for 500 feet from my headset, which is nice. 70 knots, 1 notch of flaps. I'm slowly bleeding off speed as I come down. I know I'm too low, but not much low. Kind of, oh, there we go. Got red over white now. Doing okay. Need to give it a little bit more speed. Here we go. I'm in at about 65-ish, which I think is pretty good. Start more speed as we go. And a gentle flare. My rudder pedals are getting a little old, so they're a little, I won't say touchy, but I'll say I definitely need to get new rudder pedals. Um, I'm surprised they've survived this long. I've had these pedals for 6 years. Yeah, that was, yeah. Let's zoom in. You can see there's where we are right there. And then let's collapse up. And now we'll taxi over to a parking area. See how my pedals do. I almost contemplated the honeycomb Charlies until, they're not really a thing anymore. I'm also contemplating building my own at some point. Now, there's not anything in here on Westerly, unfortunately. But thanks to the beauty of Flight Plan Go, I'm going to be crossing a runway right here, and I can see that down here. Taxiing probably a little too fast. I'm about to come into the up here on the right, the main parking area. I'm going to start slowing myself down. And then we'll see where we can go to park. And we'll park up here. And we are parked. So that was a really quick seat of the pants, no planning, or very minimal planning. You saw my flight planner. Just flight to show some functionality here. Again, completely done in Tinkercad, nothing fancy. Just a touch screen that's embedded in a frame I made. And the GFC 500, which I'm calling an SFC 500, kind of mimics the functionality of the GFC 500. Still some tinkering to do because not all my LEDs are doing what I want. But yeah, it's very functional, did everything I wanted to do. I'm still learning the functionality because the TDS software is just good software. It is third party, but you also would use that same TDS build software, software if you were using the real SimGear 750. So I'm using the same software they would use. And functionality wise, I think I've got everything they've got. So pretty happy with that, can't complain. And from ground up, between rotary encoders, buttons, plastic, screen, two Arduinos that are in there. I've got a Nano and a Mega. Sum total, it's between 175 and 185, depending on how you count things up, because I already had a lot of the pieces parts. But for about 180, 185 bucks or so, that's a lot of functionality to add to a cockpit. And it overcomes the original issue I had, which was my GNS 530 visual couldn't be rendered because I got rid of the interior of the cockpit. So I've definitely done good things there. And I also was able to remove the prop wash stuff, all of it. The prop wash audio panel, the prop wash autopilot, the prop wash radio panel, all gone. And I've done this now. Honestly, I may just sell those to recoup the cost because I don't think I have a need for them anymore. So you may see those on eBay here shortly. But all in all, I'm very happy with the functionality here. I'm at about 33% done on the cockpit where I want to be. The next big task, if you will, is going to be the side panels, which are built. They just need to go on, and to put them on, I have to dismantle my setup. And as I put them on and dismantle everything, comes the next big undertaking, which is going to the 3D printed gauges. I'm still working on the annunciator panel right now. I've got it built. I just have to test it out. But that will get me completely analog over here. And then I'm actually going to put the new lights in so you can actually see the illumination. It's very dim right now. It doesn't work that well because of the way I did it with only one small LED per display. But I will be changing that as well. So big changes coming. When I get all of those things done, I'll shoot a more comprehensive video, put it all together. But that's where we sit right now. Very functional, fun to fly. I'm still getting used to it. It's going to take some learning on my part, but I'm a big fan. Again, any questions, comments, concerns, as always, throw them below. I'll answer anything I can. But as always, thanks for watching. Stay safe and happy flying out there.